Life often feels like a marathon with no clear finish line. We set big goals for ourselves, whether it's losing weight, earning a promotion, starting a business, or writing a book. We imagine ourselves basking in the glory of our achievements. Yet along the way, motivation wanes, obstacles arise, and progress feels slow. In these moments, it's easy to feel defeated and give up. However, there is a powerful, underestimated tool that can transform the way we pursue our goals and build momentum in life. Small wins. At first glance, small wins may seem insignificant, even trivial. They are the little steps forward, the minor achievements that may not appear worthy of celebration. But what if these tiny victories were, in fact, the key to making major changes? What if they were the stepping stones leading to those big dreams we chase? It turns out that small wins have an extraordinary impact on our mindset, motivation, and ability to keep going, even when the journey gets tough. The truth is that our brains are wired to respond positively to achievement, no matter how big or small. When we accomplish something, even if it's as simple as crossing an item off a to-do list, it releases dopamine, a feel-good chemical that boosts our mood and motivation. Each small win creates a sense of progress and fulfillment, which encourages us to take the next step. It's like giving our minds a little pep talk, saying, "You can do this." Over time, these wins add up, building a chain of progress that becomes hard to break. Take, for instance, the story of Jerry Seinfeld, the famous comedian. Early in his career, he was struggling to consistently write jokes. He realized that if he wanted to become a better comedian, he needed to practice every single day. So, he took a big wall calendar and put a red X on each day he wrote new jokes. His goal wasn't to write the perfect joke, but simply to make sure he never broke the chain of X's. This small daily commitment created momentum and helped him develop the discipline to become one of the most successful comedians of all time. Another example is Sir Edmund Hillary, the first person to climb Mount Everest. When asked how he managed to achieve such an impossible feat, Hillary didn't describe himself as a superhero. Instead, he spoke of taking it step by step. Each small victory, from acclimating to the altitude to reaching the next base camp, built the momentum needed to reach the summit. It wasn't one giant leap that got him there, but a series of small, persistent steps forward. Each win, however minor, was a reason to keep climbing. Small wins don't just apply to major achievements like climbing mountains or becoming famous. They play a crucial role in everyday life as well. Think about someone trying to lose weight. If they focus only on losing 50 pounds, the goal can seem overwhelming, and progress may feel too slow to stay motivated. However, if they break it down and celebrate losing 1 pound, then 2, and then 5, each small victory serves as a motivational boost. These little successes make the journey feel achievable, which inspires them to keep going. The power of small wins is also apparent in the story of J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series. Before achieving literary fame, Rowling was a struggling single mother who had been rejected by multiple publishers. She could have easily given up, but instead, she took each rejection in stride and focused on writing a little bit every day. She celebrated small achievements like finishing a chapter or even just a few pages. Each tiny step forward brought her closer to completing the book that would eventually change her life. These small wins provided her with the encouragement to persist until she finally found a publisher who believed in her story. The magic behind small wins lies in the momentum they create. Think of a snowball rolling down a hill. It starts tiny, barely making a dent in the snow. But as it keeps rolling, it picks up more snow, grows larger, and gains speed. Before long, it's a powerful force that's nearly impossible to stop. The same principle applies to small wins. They start as tiny successes, but as we accumulate more of them, we build up a momentum that propels us forward. This momentum helps us power through difficult moments and keep our eyes on the prize. Small wins are not just about reaching the end goal. They also help build new habits and reshape our identity. Consider someone who wants to become a runner but has never run a mile in their life. If they set an ambitious goal to run a marathon right away, they may quickly become discouraged and give up. But if they start by running just 1 block, then 2, and gradually increase the distance, each small win reinforces their identity as a runner. Eventually, running becomes a natural part of their daily routine. and what once seemed impossible becomes achievable. It's important to acknowledge that progress is rarely linear. There will be setbacks, plateaus, and moments of doubt along the way. That's why small wins are so valuable. They help us stay focused on what we can control and allow us to measure progress in a way that feels achievable. They remind us that every bit of effort counts, and every step forward is a step closer to the goal. Small wins give us the strength to keep pushing even when the finish line isn't in sight. The story of Thomas Edison illustrates this point well. Edison, one of the greatest inventors in history, failed thousands of times before finally inventing the light bulb. When asked about his repeated failures, he famously replied, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." For Edison, each failed attempt was a small step toward success. He viewed each setback as a learning opportunity, a small win in its own right. By reframing his failures as progress, he kept his momentum and eventually achieved a breakthrough that changed the world. To leverage the power of small wins in our own lives, it's essential to break down our big goals into smaller, manageable tasks. Instead of focusing on the outcome, we should pay attention to the process. If the goal is to write a novel, start by writing one paragraph or one page each day. If the aim is to learn a new language, begin by mastering a few new words each day. These small victories add up, making even the loftiest ambitions feel within reach. Furthermore, we should make it a habit to celebrate small wins. Rewarding ourselves for the little steps reinforces positive behavior and keeps us motivated. The celebration doesn't have to be extravagant. Even a moment of acknowledgement can be enough to keep us going. The key is to recognize the progress we're making, however modest it may seem. Small wins also help build resilience. When life inevitably throws challenges our way, we can look back at our string of small successes and remind ourselves that we're capable of overcoming obstacles. It's a reminder that we've made it through tough times before and can do it again. Each small win becomes a building block, reinforcing our belief in our abilities. In the end, small wins may not always make headlines, but they matter more than we think. They keep us moving forward, help us build momentum, and ultimately lead us to the bigger goals we aspire to achieve. Small wins are the fuel that powers our journey, the little sparks that ignite the flames of change. When we learn to appreciate these small victories and recognize their significance, we unlock the secret to building momentum in life and creating lasting success.